Hey, welcome back to the podcast. This is going in there. Welcome back to Ketchuglim's podcast. This is episode 36.
Yeah, we went full hand cam this episode. Let's go.
This is a vlog.
Yo, man,
If you're on,
welcome to my vlog, guys. This is the episode where the podcast is only viewable through YouTube.
yes. No, but if you're on YouTube, you can definitely see what's happening here. You got the visuals. If you're on iTunes and Spotify, pretty much to give you a little breakdown. I'm just looking like zoomed in on my face. Ryan was zoomed in on his face. But we're back to normal.
Now I'm out of focus, dude.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this hashtag Catch a Glimpse, the Catch a Glimpse podcast. It's episode 36, which is crazy to think about. It is just me and Ryan here. Me, Keaton, Ryan, Snapperdoodle, me, Skeeter, Ryan, Stork.
Yeah. Wow. Too many S's.
Nah, it works.
Okay.
Anyways, we're here. I think we're just gonna hop right into it. Frankie, he's not here. He has been shipped off to Albania, so that's where he's at.
Yeah, we needed more funding for the actual organization.
Yeah.
And he's going to oil mine right now, so he better bring back some moolah, or I tell you,
That is
selling
liquid
his
diamonds out there, so we're
selling his
making
organs,
money.
man. We're selling his organs if he doesn't bring
Yeah.
back a certain amount of money.
So you'll probably see Frankie next week, so stay tuned for that. Also, he will then be in probably the following Wednesday video, so he'll be back, don't worry about it. But
He might be missing an arm,
yeah.
a leg.
But we're in the US, so I mean, we probably got some robotic thing that can help him out. Anyways, I think we're just gonna hop straight into the first topic. And again, last week, that podcast episode, go check it out if you have missed it. But we went into a little bit just like about ourselves, and I think that's
Really good episode, I think.
yeah, I really full episode. A lot of good thoughts about everything that we talked about. So we're gonna hop straight into just a little bit of what me and Ryan and I have done,
Yeah.
personally over the last week. So a little what we do,
Who
Um,
are what we do?
yeah. So because last week we talked a little bit about ourselves more, but we're gonna talk about like what we've been doing, what we're up to. So I think that was last week that I mentioned it about my room. Yeah,
Yes.
and like the Ethernet routing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the desk that I'm sitting at, and then I'm making an L desk. I'm making the longer portion right now on my left. So I routed the Ethernet cable up through the wall. I mentioned that story last time, so go again check that out if you missed it. But I'm making the desk on my left. So originally I was gonna make like the entire thing, and last weekend we went to IKEA, and at the end of IKEA there's like a clearance area, and so. All right,
Fun
if you're gonna say
fact,
something.
I thought that IKEAs were literally only in Sweden. I legit didn't know that we had IKEAs in the United States.
No, yeah, they're nice though. Like
Like big buildings?
huge, like actually
Like,
massive.
holy
Because
crap.
it's like a tour, like almost like a museum, and you go like you have to start from like section 1 all the way to section like 29 or whatever, and it's a path, and you just follow it along. They have like little maps saying like you're in section 2, which is like the desk section, and then you have to go to section 17 for the kitchen stuff, and you have to walk all the way through. And there's like shortcuts, but usually you just
how
walk
many
entirely through.
how many total hours were you there?
Um, I'd say probably only like maybe hour and a half to 2.
Then you're one of the lucky ones, because some people I've heard were there for like
Oh
4
yeah,
hours.
you can easily be there for so long. Like we, for the first couple sections, went through and like looked at every single display, and then by the time we were like halfway through the place, we're like, we gotta get out of here. Like we knew we were gonna be here for too long.
The building is so huge, they've got like little food courts, right? So that
Yes,
you can like
yeah,
buy food.
yeah.
Dude. All right, guys, dinner, IKEA. We're going.
Show up, eat breakfast at home, show up for lunch, get some dinner on the way out, and then go home.
You don't even have to leave. Your home is
No.
there inside of the sections. Like,
Yeah. Sleep
gotta
in
go to the
one of their
bathroom. Bathroom
displays.
section 23. Like,
There you go.
yeah.
But anyways, so at the end there's like a clearance aisle, and I was looking for countertops just to see how much they would cost. I was gonna make the entire desk. I had it all planned out, but I just wanted to see if they had countertops. And so at the clearance section, there was a countertop. So I need about like 8 foot long, and
Yeah.
so there was a countertop that was like just that size, but it was too skinny. And there was one that was too short and too wide. So I need like the in between of that. And like as I'm saying that to my dad, this like employee walks over holding a countertop, and it's like I can already tell it's the perfect size. And so like they unlock the rack thing and put it in, and then lock it. And then as soon as they lock it, I unlock the rack thing and I take it out and I lock it back up. And I'm like, this is the one I need. So we just
God
checked
was
out with
like,
that
I
one.
heard that. I got you, fam. Send him in. Send the angel in. Oh,
So it was only $20, which is, I mean, insane just for like countertops themselves and for
what?
how long it is.
What was the material?
So the sticker on there just says generic material. So I had to
Hmm,
look it up on the website and just like kind of cross reference. And it's just like it's either plywood or fiberboard, and then it's encased in just some wood. I don't even think it detailed
okay.
what wood.
Because when I think countertop, I think marble.
Yeah, it's not like any, like rock or
Yeah.
anything, but
So when you were first initially telling me that story before the podcast, I'm like, how is this one guy carrying a
yeah.
freaking countertop? Like,
Um, it's only a half inch thick, so it's pretty wobbly on its own. So I had to build a frame for it. So it's like going to Menards and all this, and we're building the frame out of 1x4s. And so we did that, and then we glued it on with construction glue to the table. And then we had to mount like wall hanging mounts onto the wall, and that was going to be how that, stands up on the one side, and the other side was going to be table legs. So
yeah.
that was pretty much like my whole thing of today, Saturday, when we're filming this.
Mhm.
So I know tomorrow I'm gonna have like a butt ton of homework I got to do because I originally planned to do some of that today. I have to watch a movie for a film review. I have an intro speech Monday that I have to practice for, and I just have other like, assignments throughout the week. So that's pretty much been my week. Um,
Moral of the story: Keaton's basically Bob the Builder.
I'm Bob.
He's building
So
desks. He's got talking tools.
yeah,
Um,
but hopefully like once summer comes and I'm not so like jam packed. I hope to build like the other part of my desk, and then if you haven't watched the Secret Santa Christmas Glimpse video, Glimpse Wednesday uploads 4:30, go check that out because Ryan, yeah, Ryan's got the certificate. My Secret Santa gift to him. It's not even Secret Santa because we all knew we were all getting stuff for each other. But Ryan has a voucher for a desk. So that comes summer, I'm also going to be doing that. So,
and I'm probably will not be used at summer at all. I mean, I need a bigger room, ultimately.
mm,
So whenever I move out, then it'll probably be used, and I'll probably do the same thing that you're doing right now, where you build another desk similar to the one that you have, but just a little longer so that it creates that L.
yeah. Yeah, so otherwise, um, that's what I've been up to. So Ryan, if you want to let us put
Yeah.
on the Ryan glasses and
Oh,
go into
you don't want to
Ryan's
put on.
world.
You don't want to go into my mind, man.
No.
So recently, I mean, I think I at one point talked about my Yoshi collection that I got going on.
Hmm.
I don't know how or when I updated everybody last, but I remember this was the original Yoshi that I started out with. It's a purple Yoshi, and then I now have four more that I don't know if I've shown people uh, on the podcast. But we got my purple one. I've got a pink one now, right? This was from my friend McKenna, all the way over in California. The one that I talked about going to visit in a previous episode. That episode was great. Um, I've also got this gray one. I've got a lot of them, and they're all just sitting on my desk. I think I ordered this gray one myself. I've got a freaking OG green one.
Jeez.
Yeah, the OG. I also ordered this one myself. And then last but not least, Zach got me a orange one for my birthday. Orange
Nice.
is his favorite color, and surprisingly enough, this orange one has exact same traits as Zach. No balance, very annoying. Um, when it sits on my desk, it likes to fall forward, and it'll be like this most of the time on its face. Um, Big nose. So
Okay.
that's basically all I've gotten. An update on my Yoshis. I think eventually I want to get like a shelf, and then
Mm.
put it right here to like house them. I mean, I'll be obviously covering them, but it's just a spot to put them. Um, I also have updated my fashion, and I think it's a really
Ah.
great rendition because I think I needed a change from sweatpants and sweatshirts.
I don't know, man.
So,
Sweatpants and sweatshirts are always comfy.
I mean, yeah, but like not all the time, you know. But I've literally been going to work and then coming home and putting on my kimono. I got it from a website. Oh God, let me look really quick. 5 seconds. Count it down.
Five, four, three
It's called
kimonos.
Men's Clo. It's called
Ah,
Men's Clo. Um, it was like $30, but on YouTube, if you could see it, it's a Chinese poem kimono, all white on the top. It's got the poem on the back. Black pants with some cherry blossoms on it.
sheesh.
But I want to get more of them. I want to get them personally tailored because I feel like they're supposed to be a little bit bigger on you, right?
I have
I'm not
no
100%,
clue.
like I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like they're supposed to be a little bit bigger. And this one fits, obviously, but yeah, I think I want to start wearing kimonos. I mean, not that I'm, I think it is based in China that these are like things that some people wear. See, okay,
Like
I would like to
rooted there?
preface
Yeah.
we everybody on this podcast is a professional idiot and we have no idea what we're talking about. Okay, listen, please do not take anything that we say into offense.
Yeah, anything you hear here on the Catch a Glimpse podcast, there's a disclaimer right here. I I need to make a disclaimer thing for the top that just like spans across the entire time like a news thing, and it's just gonna
Yeah,
say
we are professional
everything
idiots.
we say on this like take with a grain of salt. We're so dumb. Like
We have no idea what we're talking about most of the time.
yeah.
Anything to do with like
Like
I want to have a podcast where I just ask simple history questions and see how we answer them. Like, uh, what year was the Declaration of Independence made, and who signed it? Who's the presidents on Mount Rushmore? Let me know.
yeah.
Um, but I think it's based in China. I think these are based in China.
I want to
Um,
say it's Japanese.
Japanese.
That's my
I
guess.
see. I don't know. I wish I was more cultured.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I got freaking Japanese on my arm. I'm assuming this is Chinese because it's a Chinese poem.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I want to wear more of them. They're very comfy, silky. But yeah,
Well,
that's basically all I've done this weekend, other than Apex Legends with Keaton.
oh,
Um,
we got a Dubski.
we got a dub. It was a very
Oh,
mind-boggling win
it
because
was
there
very
was so much
stress.
going on,
Yeah.
and we had like a third teammate we weren't like talking with,
Mm.
so it's like trying to follow what they're doing while trying to keep each other alive.
Yeah,
It was very
we haven't
annoying.
had like there isn't like a ton of time where like we're on or even when Frankie's like at his setup like all three of us are on. So like to get on and like play something, especially like Apex ranked and like get into Apex cuz Apex is very much a game where like you need if you haven't played Apex in a while, you need to get used to it again.
Yeah,
Especially like with the movement and everything. And that's how it was, just like playing again tonight. or last night or whenever that was. And so
Yeah.
like going into Apex ranked was just like, got to get used to it.
People are better than you. You need to
Yeah.
understand people are better than you. There's always going to be somebody better than you.
And
Like,
so we're in like the last zone with our teammate. Our teammate was really good.
yeah,
Um,
pretty good.
but like, we were going through last zone and it was, just like how an Apex ranked match is, like the last zone is like it's a standstill and you got a third party that last team and you got to play it so smart. And so we
Hmm.
did. We prevailed. We dubbed it out. So
I
we're
think that was
Apex
the game we ended
Predators.
on. Yeah, we don't ask us our rank. We're
No.
actually like the
Uh,
top one,
yeah.
1%.
I'm
Timmy and frickin' Asu, you're garbage compared to us. So,
yeah, I do want to say though, like Apex is definitely a game. So I can confidently say, like,
mhm.
and this is no cap, I can confidently say that like Rainbow Six Siege and Apex are like games I'm 100% without a doubt sure I am like above average in terms of player base. Like I
Yeah.
haven't played Apex enough for like a full rank season to really show that, but I know even from playing like this like some ranked and the amount of like casual matches I've played that still have good people in them to know that like I would think like my movement and stuff like that and decision making is at least above par.
I would say you're above average on Call of Duty and like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, yeah, I get like COD. I do think
Because
I could
like
be
if even
somewhat cracked at.
when we were playing like League play or whatever in Cold War, I mean, we all had our like
Yeah,
times where we were insane,
yeah.
but like I think we're all above average on COD.
I think for sure we're all above average on COD and like league play. I know I was always in that. I don't remember the freaking ranked brackets or whatever it was, but it was
I
always
can't
like the like top 5% or whatever it was. And I know I'm
remember.
probably not top 5%, but
Yeah,
I do
no.
think us three are very cracked at con. Like we're definitely above average. Um, but also for Siege, like I was plat 2 and I was very close to hitting plat 1 with a friend. So
Hmm.
like I know like and even like you go and like whatever website tracker and it would tell you what percent you are. And I think it was top 7 or top 9%. So
I
like
wish I would get into Rainbow Six Siege because
it's
it
so
seems
don't do it
fun.
now. If you
No,
wanted to get into it, you'd have to have gotten into it like 3 years ago. It's the game's so bad now. That's why I don't play it. But
yeah, I mean
when it
it
like
looked fun when it came out, but like now that I'm seeing people play, and people visually, I'm sorry for what you're about to see. This is the movement,
yeah.
moving back and forth or top torso bit.
And
Like I don't know.
I could have like I've done COD rants on the podcast.
Mhm.
I could have an entire podcast just on Rainbow Six Siege rants. And I'd like to preface the reason why I do these rants is because I love the game so much.
Yeah,
Like COD is a game I've played for how many years, and I just want COD to be good to be able to play it, and that's why I do those rants. And the same thing with Siege. Like I could have a huge Rainbow Six Siege rant, and that's because the game when it was like so fun for me was it's like literally, and I'm again no cap. This is my hot take. That Rainbow Six Siege is the best like competitive FPS shooter out there, one thousand
sure.
percent. And like I could debate that to all crap, but like that game is so unique. And I get like that might throw people off again, like the leaning and like breakable stuff. But like in terms of uniqueness, that game is 1000% the best game. And so then it just kind of sucks of how the updates kind of crapped it out. But
Yeah.
you know how it is. I guess, the devs team kind of bring games differently. But yeah, so we apexed it out. Apex again is like such a great game. That game is so fun, and I like once you get into it, you're like hooked. And it was like almost the same thing with Valorant. Valorant's a game where it's like you hop on for maybe like a couple matches, and it's just like I'm addicted to Valorant again. It's crazy.
And it's almost like if you played CS:GO when it first came out, you're gonna be good at Valorant, I feel like. So everybody who did play CS:GO went back onto Valorant, and that's probably their main game now. So
Mm.
anybody casual or not casual, like just jumping on just to try it, is gonna have such a hard time because everybody's insane out of their mind.
Yeah, and I uh played CS back in the day as well, CS:GO, um, on a really bad laptop. But it was a blast playing CS, and then yeah, Valorant came out, and originally I didn't like the idea of Valorant. Um, I still think CS could be the better overall game. It's just that CS doesn't get updated because Valve just doesn't update that game, which is sad.
Yeah, and
But
when they
there's
do, it's a cosmetic thing.
yeah, and there's supposed to be well, right when Valorant dropped, they actually did like a month of good updates, and it was like, wow, like this is nice, and then they stopped. Um, but then I heard from a source that CS is supposed to get a new game coming out. So it's either supposed to be a remaster of an old game or a completely new CS game. I'd love to see it because then if they actually have like a dedicated dev team to constantly, update it, that would be great. And I think CS would automatically, like in terms of viewership and esport, soar back to like way above any other FPS 5v5 game.
Yeah,
So it would be interesting to see.
for
Um,
sure.
so Ryan, unless you got anything else on that, I want to hop into and this topic I didn't even think we were going to talk about. But when Ryan said we should have a big disclaimer about like how certified idiotic we are, I wanted to bring up Tim the Tap Man played GeoGuessr on stream.
Oh God,
And
no.
I don't watch like Tim or really any live streams, but
Yeah.
I saw Jericho or Tucker. He's another
Mhm.
YouTuber and streamer, and he made a video on reviewing Tim the Tatman's GeoGuessr score and stuff like that, like his couple like rounds that he went through. And that is the funniest video I have seen in like a while. Like it was hilarious because Tim is like the epitome of like US education system in terms of like
Yes,
what
he
people
is.
meme on. And so it was so funny, like him going through all that stuff. Because
If you
he,
think if you think that's funny, you should 100% watch Tim the Tatman's Wordle videos.
that would be good because I'm actually doing some Wordles and stuff, and it's actually a decent amount of fun. Um, but it was just so funny because he went through two different rounds, and one was famous places, and the second one was like the dumb test, where it's just like the most famous places.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny watching him like struggle on like the Washington Monument and stuff. Like
I just queued up that video. I'm definitely gonna watch it later.
oh, it is so good. So I just thought
He
that was
also
funny to
did
bring up.
he Tim the Tatman also did a like country the US states test or quiz
Oh
with Nick
gosh.
Merckx. And it's so funny to see him go,
I need to watch that
all
then.
right, I know this is Ohio. I don't know what any of this is. Like he's like, I'm good. I can get Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Florida, East Coast. Nah, not doing
Nah.
it. Can't do it. Couldn't even pay me.
There was one I want to specifically point out in the GeoGuessr video, and um, I don't even remember. I I'm gonna rewatch the video anyways because it's funny. I don't remember specifically like on which round or whatever it was, but Tim like spawned in. If you don't know what GeoGuessr is, like you spawn in somewhere randomly in like Google Maps around the world, and then you have to find on a map and like
Where
place
you
your
are or
marker
the
where
nearest
you
spot.
are, and then you'll get points based on how close you guessed. And so I
Yes.
forget where Tim was like put in. I think he was either like somewhere in Croatia or something.
And we also made a video on
We
that on
did
our
make a
Glimpse
video on that.
channel
Go
that
check
you
that
can
out.
watch. It's very funny. We were very good at where we were.
True.
Uh,
And so I think it was the Croatia round or it was something it was, not in the US at least.
Mm-hmm.
and Tim spawns in. It doesn't look US at all, and he instantly zooms in on this dude's shirt, which is like a good, source of clues, and it
Yeah.
says Milwaukee on it. Okay, but it's not, like that Milwaukee is.
That could have been a brand.
It's a totally different Milwaukee, and he's like, "Are we in Wisconsin right now?" And it's like all stone and like
Oh my
very
god.
European or whatever, like architecture. It just looks like that. It does not look like Midwestern. It doesn't look like Wisconsin like at all. He's like, Are we in Wisconsin right now?" And it
And
was just, it
with
was
his
so funny.
reactions too, and his camera placement, I just think it's so funny because okay, his camera, he's playing forward, and his camera's too is like top left or top
Yeah.
right, and he's just like, oh,
Oh my
I
god.
moved everything. Um, but his camera is top right, so right here, and he's playing forward, and he's like looking up at his chat.
Yeah.
Are we in Wisconsin right now?
And so Jericho or Tucker, he's like watching it, and he perfectly calls out, like, he's gonna say Milwaukee, he's gonna say Wisconsin. We're not in Wisconsin. And then you can like look around where you're placed. And so Tim is looking around, and you could see a freaking giant mountain. And I'm just laughing because, like, that's so not Wisconsin at all. But I just thought that was hilarious. So I definitely
Man.
go check out that video if you want a good laugh. Either ways, sick segue right here. Well, actually, Ryan, do you
Mhm.
want to pick out the next topic?
I would like to talk about our scenario idea that I brought up.
Because we're talking about,
The
out
wilderness,
east, we're in
out in
different
the open,
countries.
right? New experiences
Yeah.
that you might not be used to. I wanted to drop a scenario on not just your head, Keaton, but everybody who's listening's head and see what their input would be to what they would do in this situation. If you want to give us your answers, obviously go to Instagram, comment on the most recent post, what you would say, or if you're on YouTube, comment down in the description. Comment down in the comments below what you would do in this situation. Here's the scenario. You are set out into the wilderness of a foreign country, and you are allowed 10 items to survive 3 months with. What are you bringing? No food, no water.
All right.
So you can give yourself. I'm gonna give you a setting,
Okay.
and then you give me a setting.
All right.
Okay. Your setting is like Finland, mountains, cold, like almost beginning of winter, like transition from spring or transition from from
Fall.
fall to winter. The
Hmm.
transition.
Okay.
So like you've got.
Um.
I'm gonna give you like your surroundings. You got a mountain, trees. You got a little river. You're on like the bank of, I would say, a sea, not the ocean, but a sea. Um, yeah. What do you
Okay.
bring?
So if I had like time to think about this, I'd probably come up with a way better list.
And you could also
But
have the clothes on your back. Obviously, that doesn't count as your 10 items.
okay. But so I'm just gonna like quick fire these. Okay.
Yes.
So if I have the clothes on me,
Hmm.
then of course I'm gonna be wearing like a coat and like, probably like cargo pants for pockets and long underwear, boots, long socks, um, hat, gloves, and
Yep.
then big. So, well, that's probably all the clothes, right? So if I want like a big
You can have
backpack,
any
that's one.
much that no, the backpack counts as clothes on your back.
Okay, so then I probably have like a big backpack on. So,
Anything inside the backpack and stuff that you have to carry physically counts as an item.
okay, so here's my rapid fire. I got flint and steel.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not like two separate pieces. They make the
It's one.
ones where it's just like the like tube thing and you just click it down. So I got a flint and steel, a life straw. You can
Okay.
use those on rivers or the sea or whatever it may be.
Yep.
Dude, I'm a freaking rapper.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
so I got the flint and steel, life straw. Um, I would assume I would count this as two items in terms of it's gonna be the life straw but you can also like take the liquid out and then put it into a pan or like a a pot. So I got flint and steel, life straw, and a pot.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Then let's go a thermal blanket, like those
Okay.
reflective, like the ones
Like
that you,
astronaut, like with
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that's four. Um, I'm gonna do like a bug net slash like fishing net. Like this,
Yeah.
it's like still breathable, but
Hmm.
you can like see through it and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go sleeping bag
Yep.
because that's different from just the blanket. Then we're gonna go like an actual tarp material for my
Yep.
tent making, and then machete axe.
Okay.
Um, huh.
Yeah, two more items.
Yeah, I got a solid 8, I think. So I have shelter, food, or no, I don't have food. Okay, so let's
You
go.
have ways of getting food. You have
I
the net.
I have the net, but let's go. Like how big can this item be? Like
It's got
I'm
to
I'm
be in the
thinking,
range of in your backpack, or you can carry it, and it won't be like too
because
exhausting to carry.
I'm thinking like a crossbow or just a bow.
That you can hook that onto your bag.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going bow,
Okay.
right? Because then I can get food with that. I have a life straw for water. I was combining those words. Then I have the pot to cook the stuff. Flint and steel to make the fire. So then I have shelter as well. Then I have heat. Um,
One more item.
am I just like,
Hmm.
do I just need to live? Or do I need to like get
3
find?
months you need to survive.
Do I need to like find civilization?
No, you're like you get dropped off, and
And then
then
they
in
just
three
pick me
months
up.
they pick me up. Yep, they
Okay.
pick you up.
Let's go.
Hmm. The wheels are turning.
Dang.
I mean, I got your last one. I don't want to say it just in case you flip. So,
Oh my gosh.
hmm.
Dude, I need one more thing.
He's missing something and he doesn't know it. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to.
I
I don't
have
want to.
I have fire,
Yeah, you got fire.
shelter,
You got a tarp. Yeah.
I have food gathering,
Yep. You got your net.
I have water
Yeah.
because of the life straw,
Yep.
and then I have the machete axe and my
Mm-hmm.
bow.
Yep.
I have the net,
Yep.
I have tarp,
Yep.
I have my sleeping bag and
And your
the
thermal blanket.
reflective blanket.
Yep.
I have all the clothes on me.
Yep. Okay. He goes, I got my brain, I got my heart, I got my
Like
courage. You're missing one vital item.
I don't if I'm thinking to like Naked and Afraid, I'm literally trying to rack through like episodes and like what they do. And
Yeah.
that's they always go in with one person bringing a machete, the other person bringing a flint and steel or a pot. So
Yeah.
it's like I already have that stuff. Um I'm just gonna go, just not waste any more time. I'm gonna go big ration bars, like the big calorie ration
No
bars.
food.
What?
No food.
Oh. Shoot. Ah. Ah.
No food, no water.
I'm
Can't
gonna
bring that.
go. This is not a food. There's like almost think of like those little powder packets that you put in like water, and then you shake
Okay.
up. So I'm not just gonna straight up eat that, like I'm gonna add it with whatever I suck out of my life straw. So
I
it's like
honestly would still count it
electrolytes
as
and
a
stuff.
food. I think I would count it as a food.
Bruh.
It's like something you add to a food or water.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
You're missing one thing, and I don't believe that you can't remember or think of it.
I'm already. I heard. I'm going. let's go.
You got a couple things that you don't have. I don't know
Well,
how you're gonna do it.
all right. So I have boots, right? But
Yeah.
you can't also count this. So I'm gonna do. There's like cleats, like spikes that you can attach on your boots,
Sure,
and
that can count as an item.
so that way I can like put them on when I need them and take them off when I don't need them. That's gonna
Yeah.
be my last item. So I
All
can
right.
climb the freaking mountains. Okay.
You have to make your arrows.
You don't have freaking
No, you
bow
said a
and
cross. You
arrows?
said no. You said
Oh my
specifically
gosh.
bow. You also don't have any twine to like for your fishing net.
It's just a big. I'm just using it as a bug net, not to get eaten alive at night.
Oh well, I mean it's the
Yeah.
transition between fall and winter.
Still bugs out.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
um.
And I can still
All right.
use it as a fishing net. I can just freaking
Right.
tie some, or put some weight on it and just chuck it at a fish. So,
To
and
critique.
you said there was a stream, so I can just literally plop it up in the stream,
Yeah.
and anything that swims down, I catch it. So.
I want to critique your list. Okay?
Yeah. Mr.
Life straw.
Survival Man.
Listen. All right. The life straw, I don't see a use for when you have your pot of water and you can boil it and
But see,
drink
the
that.
thing is, if I'm like moving, I don't have time to set up a fire. I just want to drink. I just gotta drink, man.
Okay. All right.
And granted, yeah, there's like definitely safe spots in a flowing stream where you can drink water and you don't need a life straw. Just to be safe, I'm gonna opt for it.
For sure. For my 10 items,
Yeah, now you got all my great 10. You can say your list.
yeah. Now that I'm ready, I would bring. Man, wow.
Yeah.
Probably a hatchet, right?
Yeah. My 4.5 billion year old uranium.
Yeah, right. A tarp.
Okay.
I would want a pot. You're just gonna. I'm just.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna repeat your list. A net. I do want a net. I want twine.
Okay. So you got a bundle of rope essentially right
Right,
here.
right. I want. Dang. The flint and steel. Um, 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 um. Wow. How did you do that?
Dude, think back to a
Oh,
Naked and Afraid episode.
shoot. I want. Oh my god. Can I get like a Boy Scout handbook?
Sure. Yeah, it's just a book.
Because personally, I got no idea like what I can do, what I'm gonna do. I mean, I obviously know it's set up little traps for like bunnies.
Mm.
Um, oh, big brain, the twine. If there's bears, just set up my
Oh,
food up a
yeah.
tree. Um, man, wow. I think I'm gonna go for a hunting knife as well. Because I feel like
So,
I
like
don't want to.
hatchet and a knife separate.
No. Yeah. I don't think I want to attack anything bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. Um. Wow. I'm like lost for what people bring. I'm just gonna copy your last couple. Thermal blanket
Nice.
and a freaking sleeping bag.
Okay.
I think our only differences there was I don't have a life straw.
And you don't have a bow.
I don't have a bow.
And
Right? That's
you brought twine and a knife.
yeah, because the knife is for gutting, and the hatchet's for like
Tree
wood
chopper.
to make the shelter.
Well, dude.
I think
Hey, I'm just saying, you forgot something.
no.
Uh,
What did I forget?
dude, you didn't let me pick the environment. You're not in the mountains, man.
You didn't tell me the
You're in the
environment.
middle of the ocean.
You didn't tell me the environment. He goes, "You're in the middle of the desert."
You're in a volcano. No, yeah, that's a good list though. I think honestly, like if and this is another good video to check out. We did I don't even where
Our
even was
survival
that?
guide. We went on Amazon
Yeah, it was some
and
camp.
we
It was a camping video.
no, it was how we would survive. Oh, the camping video,
Yeah,
yes, and how to survive the zombie
yeah,
apocalypse
that one
from
too. That was a good
Amazon.
podcast. But we did a video on the Glimpse YouTube channel, and it was camping, and we did some
I
stuff.
carried Keaton in that.
Dude,
I know how to
I
set up
don't want to
tents.
hear it
Uh,
because
I know how to carry bundles of wood. I
this is some behind the scenes on that video. Frankie in that was like the survival expert, but by the
yes.
end of it, when we're making the fire at the end,
He
I'm
didn't put in
dude,
any tales of the fire.
dude, it was straight up
It
like
was light out, and then it cut the darkness.
yeah. But I think if we had to do it, all three of us would survive, no doubt.
Yeah.
We'd all make the means. But we
Also, with that video, it was so humid out, and there was
oh
bugs, and
my
we were
gosh,
sweating.
yeah,
So
it
there was
was
just
so hot out.
he lives in like a wooded area, so there's more bugs. And it was like anywhere you turned, you just had to freaking swat in front of your face.
And one of the challenges is, and we have to do a time trial of bringing wood to the fire, and we are
Yeah.
sprinting, and so it's so hot. But anyways, go check out the video because it was pretty funny.
We're all like bundled in your 2-person tent.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was thing was literally a
Freaking
sauna.
sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have just enough time to do, I think, because we're talking about wilderness, um, Wisconsin winters. If you don't know, we live in Wisconsin. Right now, it's February, and it's pretty much the start of like false hope. I follow a Midwest account on Instagram, and it's like so stupidly accurate. It's funny. And
Mhm.
one of them is a list of like, like fall, and then you have winter, and then you have like fool's spring, where it's like we have like last week, couple days where it was like 40 degrees, and it's like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. And it's the next day, like 5 degrees out. And this is like, yeah, literally, it's fool's spring right now.
Seasons in Wisconsin is like summer, almost winter, winter, post winter. That's
Yeah.
our season.
And so like just this past weekend, we are getting hit with a little bit of snow. Ryan, if you remember that word, the
Squall.
yeah, squall, which I
Snow squall.
didn't know that was a word for it, but it was just some flurries out. I'm pretty sure like small amounts of like not hail. There's another word when it's like
It was almost
smaller. I don't
it
remember
was
what it
almost
is.
really tiny, and it would hurt when it hits you.
Yeah, but we're gonna hit
Um,
with some of that. But I wanted to bring up the like Wisconsin winters as well because I feel like this winter we're only in February, so I know it's gonna keep lasting. But like I don't know why this one has just like felt like
colder.
so well like colder but so long. Like
Yeah.
we're only like really 2 months into the like into winter, right? And I know it's gonna
Mhm.
last longer than this, so it's not like it is longer, but it feels like this has been ages of cold. Like I want summer so bad, it's insane.
I just want spring or fall. I don't care for summer. It's like I'm a big guy, so I sweat easily. I don't really care for summer.
When it was like last week when it was like 40 degrees and like actually
I'm out
40
in a
like
freaking jacket, like a zip up jacket,
yeah,
whipping.
like it was so nice and I literally said like if this was like the same temperature the next day, I'd so go like play some basketball or something. Like it felt
Yeah,
so nice out. And of course the next day it's like freezing and it's windy, so I can't do any of that. And
exactly.
I just want it to be like that weather so bad. Like hit me with like a 45-degree consistent right now, and I'd love to just like go outside and chill. And I
Yeah.
know and as I'm saying it, it like of course, there's always like the Midwest, like, and this is another post on that Instagram account I was talking about, where it's like a text between two people, and
Mhm.
one person says like, "Dang, it's so cold out," and the other person asks, "How cold is it?" And then the first person responds, "I'm not going to tell you how cold it is. You live in Minnesota or whatever Midwest, state it is, and you're going to
Yeah.
say that's not cold. I live outside when it's 5 degrees and all this stuff," which is like so true because 45 isn't that warm, but like 1000% if it's 45 and even partially sunny, I could go chill out there right now.
It literally those text messages is what me and my friend McKenna are. Like
Yeah.
in the morning, it'll be like 5 degrees, and then with wind chill, it's like -5,
Mm.
and it's like I send her a photo, and she goes, "That's freezing," and then she sends me a photo of her 40-degree weather. I'm like, "Can we trade?" Like,
Yeah.
or like she'll say, "Oh, it's so cold out," and then it's like 50,
Oh
and
my gosh. I'd
it's
love
like she lives
to.
in California, so it's like, yeah, I guess it's cold for you,
Yeah. Yeah,
but I'll
and
trade.
there was one. This was actually, I think, the winter where I did my Disney run for the 1 year anniversary of my surgery. And, in Florida at around this time, of course, it's still winter, it's still colder, but it's
Mhm.
like probably like 50, 55, maybe even 60. And it's like, it's still more gloomy out. It's not like full on sunny, especially at the time that we went. And, that's like chill. That's like freaking amazing. I'm walking around in
Yeah.
like shorts and like a long sleeve shirt. And everybody at the resort that is there, or even, it's like people I see, they're all wearing like jackets and pants.
Mhm.
It was just like, that's definitely how you could spot the difference. It's funny, but.
It's very funny, very funny.
But anyways, I think that's about it for the podcast. Ryan, unless you got anything else to shout out quick here at the end.
Um, my one of my TikToks recently just blew up. I wouldn't say it was like a major blow up, but it was like a Easter egg video for the Switch Pro controller, saying like
Mm,
the little secret Easter egg in the right joystick, saying like thanks to all gamer fans. That video on TikTok blew up to 13.4 thousand views with
dang.
over 2,800 likes. So it was kind of cool to see that happen. Um, I also uploaded like the instant the winter squall, the snow squall happened, and you could see how like how hard it is to see down the street,
Yeah.
and you could see like the wind pushing the snow through like the street lights and see how fast the wind is actually going. Um, that one got a little bit of traction, not a lot, but if you want to see those videos, TikTok, Snapperdoodleo,
Mm.
uh, SNAPERDOODLEIO, Snapperdoodleo.
And
Yeah,
if you want to go check out any of our social medias or anything related to Glimpse, go check out the link tree. It has all the links to Instagram and TikTok for that quick and easy content and any news updates that you have for our
yeah.
channel or the podcast. It also has links to all of our accounts, Frankie, Ryan, and I. So go check those
Glimpse,
out as well.
glimpse
Um,
on TikTok, ORG_GLIMPSE.
yeah.
Yeah,
Glimpse TikTok bangs. So I really go urge to check that one out. But all this stuff is in the link tree. And then that also has links to the Glimpse YouTube channel. Weekly uploads 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Go check that out as well. That's usually, right now some online content. We have some gaming and some in-person stuff soon to come as well. So go check that out. Otherwise, for the Catch Glimpse podcast where you're viewing right now, Sunday uploads 7 a.m. iTunes and Spotify, and 4:30 p.m. with those visuals on the Glimpse YouTube channel as well. Please rate and subscribe. Rate 5 stars. Subscribe on
yeah.
YouTube and like. Only takes a second. Anyways, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for the podcast. We have fun chilling with you guys. Hope you do likewise. But we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you guys, and goodbye.
Goodbye.